Hi. Okay, so we're back with another segment of Neighborhood News. Today we're going to be speaking with Sarah Bishop. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Sarah is our Director of Child Enrichment Services in both Elyria and Lorain. So what we're going to do is just going to jump right into these questions. I'm so glad that Sarah's here talking with us today. All right. So both of our child care centers are highly rated with Step Up to Quality. What is Step Up to Quality? What does that mean?
So all centers in the state of Ohio are required to have a license with Ohio Department of Jobs and Family Services. And with this license, we are required to meet basic health and safety standards. Step Up to Quality is a 1 to 5 star rating system to distinguish early childhood centers that go above basic health and safety standards to provide educational and community-based services. So highly rated centers have obtained a 3 to 5 star rating. And to achieve this designation, centers must meet higher standards to show that they are providing quality education services for young children and meeting requirements for topics such as education-based practices. So that's our lesson planning, child assessments, and referral processes. And it's also staff-based practices. So hiring qualified staff and providing high quality training and professional development for our staff, as well as including family engagement and community engagement with our community.
Awesome. Well, that's really cool, Sarah. So Step Up to Quality is like state regulated, right? You need to be able to have, this higher rating means that we're just really a great quality childcare center, not just for lower income, but anybody, correct?
Yes, yes.
Awesome. Okay, so moving on to the next question, how has COVID impacted how you serve your families?
COVID-19 has changed how we serve families in a drastic way. COVID-19 has required some creative thinking on how we can still engage our families in our community. One of the biggest policies we have implemented is not allowing parents and guardians in our center. Before March 2020, we had an open door policy, and that allowed our parents and guardians to come in and out of the center and to visit as they wished. But with COVID-19, to reduce exposure risks, we have implemented a parent drop-off at the entry door. And we have implemented new forms of communication so our parents can still stay engaged in our center. In terms of community engagement, we are still trying to maintain virtual events with the community. We still have virtual field trips for our children. It's all very different, but we're still trying to keep that nature still what they're used to, but with new creative ways of trying to get them out to see the world.
Yeah, and I know that's what a lot of families are struggling with is allowing their children to still get those educational opportunities and experiences through COVID. So taking advantage of, watching zoo tours online and different outlets for them is pretty cool. So how were COVID-19 policies created for the child care center?
While creating the policies for our child enrichment programs, we looked at what was the safest way to reopen both of our centers for not only just the children, but also our staff. COVID-19 policies were created in collaboration with Ohio Department of Jobs and Family Services, which is our licensor, as well as with Lorain County Health Department. Before reopening in June, the state of Ohio released temporary pandemic licensing rules that we are required to meet to maintain our center safety. In addition, we received guidance from the health department that allowed us to implement policies that range from classroom size to best cleaning practices and illness policies. And we still continue on a weekly basis to work with the health department to ensure that we're doing all that we can to keep a safe, healthy environment for our children and staff.
Okay, and I realized I just called it a child care center. So what I would like to actually dive into that question a little bit because I know that some of our supporters do not understand the difference between what a child care center does and a early learning center, which Neighborhood Alliance Child Enrichment Services is really an early learning center. So can you kind of go into more of that?
There's lots of names out, in the community for what we do. There's daycare, childcare, early learning centers, child enrichment centers. And I think what we see in the field now that we're moving away from the daycare or the childcare terminology, because what we do is so much more intensive. In our facilities, we're looking at child development. We are hiring staff that has high qualifications for teaching. We are making sure that we're meeting the needs of the child developmentally in terms of lesson plans, assessments, and that's kind of what separates us. We do absolutely the care. We are there for the children. We're maintaining their care during the day, but we're also offering them a high quality early childhood education.
And having these centers, located in the communities that are most in need, how do you see those relationships with your, the families in your centers developing over the years? You've worked here for several years, so have you seen like those relationships grow and develop?
Absolutely. It's kind of unique. I always say this because our Lorain facility is different dynamically from our Elyria facility. And it's always so unique to see how the community comes in and kind of changes how the facility is run. And I think our outreach in the community allows us to be a part of the community that we're in. And both of our centers are very family oriented, and that is reflected in everyday activities, from how we meet and greet the families, the services we're providing them. And it's just always so interesting to see how a community can affect, you know, our organization.
Excellent. Awesome. Okay, so good to wrap up this interview. This has been great, Sarah. Thank you for chatting with us. What are the needs currently at the child care centers? Anything that our volunteers or supporters or donors can do to help at this point in time?
Absolutely. With COVID so prevalent, we have a hard time accessing disinfectant wipes. So we can always use disinfectant wipes, heavy duty paper towels for cleaning. We are always able to accept craft supplies, are always useful. Crayons, markers, glue, pencils, glue sticks, and construction paper. And our parents are always in need of diapers from size 3 up and unscented baby wipes.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sarah. And for any of our supporters or donors watching this, you are able to find out more information about Neighborhood Alliance by visiting our website. It's www.myneighborhoodalliance.org. And to find out, as we figure out different needs that our programs need, we often post them on Facebook. So if you are out there, you want to follow us on Facebook, we'll have our most current ways that you're able to support or donate. But yeah, so thank you so much, Sarah. We appreciate your time. And thank you so much. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.